So, hello and welcome, guys, to another trade recap. So, today we are going to be doing the trade recap of November 20, in which I had taken two trades. One was break even, and one was a small loss. And the overall, I'm happy with myself because overall the daily bias was perfectly correct. As you can see, I have written here wrong daily bias, but overall everything was correct. And I just might be I entered early, or I don't know. You can tell me if you have watched this watched this trade. So here, see, first I will explain just based of the picture I can say you. First trade was break even, and second trade what happened was with this CISD, I had waited for my opportunity to enter. So once the market started breaking structure to the upside, here I should have cancelled the trade, but I thought that the sell side liquidity was not yet taken. So why not just stick with my original entry? And there was the overall, I think so mistake I can call it because overall my daily bias and drawn liquidity were correct. So going on to the first trade. The first trade, let's quickly jump right into the first trade. Okay, first trade I've taken is break even, and as you can see, I've written all the entry type, and it was a 30-second entry. I'll quickly explain. So overall, my bias was bullish, but after the market started rejecting this 15-minute FBG, then my bias became bearish for this trade, which I'll explain later. But let's jump into this trade as of now. Okay, so I just increase this. The market had opened 9:30. Okay, so this is the market open. It directly within the 1 minute, it swept all these low resistance liquids. So this is a 30-second candle. So we see here this 30-second. So this is overall the 9:30 candle. So it swept all the nearest low resistance liquidity. It didn't go up till here, but it swept both this liquidity and this liquidity, and also it tapped into the 15-minute FBG, and we got a liquidity sweep here. So many a times I have seen that the market does exactly what it will do today, and eventually go on to take the buy side liquidity. And there is also uh, this is a 4-hour gap which was being respected. So my bias was pretty bullish until this 4-hour buy side liquidity got hit. Okay, this 4-hour buy side liquidity, this 4-hour high, this 4-hour high within the daily FBG was my first priority for it to get hit. Okay, so now after that we did get a nice liquidity sweep. So here, if we had gotten some candle closure, then I would have most likely not taken an entry, but we did get a nice rejection here, and we did get also a manipulation move. Okay, so see here, next candle, boom. This is the manipulation move. So this is the classic forever model. Sweep external liquidity, sweep inside internal liquidity within the high time frame FBG, the 15-minute FBG perfectly, and then we did get a change in the state. Fine. We did get sweep, then yes, this was the change in the state. See, the candle didn't close, but here was the change in the state. And as the market came to give a pullback, here I had entered the trade. So this everything was done from my side, everything was executed perfectly. So this trade, nothing is wrong. I'm happy with myself because I had expect. See, this is the classic A plus setup. Okay, we are overall bullish inside the 15-minute gap. We have what do you say, equal relative equal lows. Then it got swept. It got nice close below. Sorry, close above the external liquidity. Then we got a manipulation move. I don't think there was there an SMT. Let me. Okay, so there was no SMT. There was no SMT. But after this, we did get a change in the state. You see here, this is a change in the state with proper displacement. And when the market came here, I entered the trade, and my first break even was at this point, because if you see 1 minute, 1 minute, this candle had given nice rejection at the time while I was executing the trade. This, I don't think so I can call it a mistake because I was executing in the 30-second time frame. So as I done that, I'd entered the trade. Then I went into the 1 minute time frame. Then I saw that we got nice what do you say, rejection here. So then I got a little bit worried, but overall my this was a perfect A plus setup. So I was okay, like not. That's why I just because of this I an early break even and this 30-second high. Okay. Otherwise, I thought that we might get stopped out because many times what happens, the market tries to step buyers, then we take the low multiple times as you have seen in Forex, then we eventually get the original move that we were expecting. Okay, so the market it started rejecting here and boom. As the market came here, I had put my stop loss to break even. See, we are getting all the candle closure below this, which does guarantee that the market wants to go lower to gather all the sell side liquidity available. Okay, because if the drawn liquidity from this point was this buy side liquidity inside this 1 hour FBG, this is a 1 hour FBG, then the market would have given full bodied candle, and these are all low resistance liquidity inside this 1 hour FBG. Either it rejects this or it goes even lower. There are two things that can happen. Either it will break through because all are low resistance liquidity inside this 1 hour FBG, because this all momentum is happening within the 1 hour candle. Okay, so that's why I thought that maybe it will be safe for me to put my stop loss to break even after the market comes and touches this as, and as it came here did get nice rejection. So that it confirmed that market does wants to either consolidate or wants to trade low. Okay, so after that, here I got stopped out, and after the market came here, so here I got stopped out by break even. If you see here, so $0. I have not put the, I can show you the for trader website. So let me just quickly show, because I think people can say you are not live trading or something. So this was the trading journal. This is 20th November. If you just see here, 20th of November. This are two trades. So this is the break even trade. This is just the entry fees. Entry fees mean, I think, just what do you say? Very minimal. I enter the position which I forgot to mention. 0.1 lot. Normally, if I see, I entered 0.8 lot, 0.9, 0.9, 0.5. Which is also very minimal trade because I was executing in the 30 second, and this was before the macro. See here, macro has not opened here. Macro opened somewhere around here 950. So this is the macro open. So that was also a little bit, but overall this is a plus setup as in my, because everything aligned with my model. Okay. So yeah, that was the first trade. You will see here, this was November 20 to 2006. This is obviously New York Standard Time. So yeah, I entered here and got stop break even, and eventually this became my sell side. So now I'd started waiting for macro to open, and so I'll explain the second trade. So now most, if you have seen my video, I try to take only one trade a day. Very rarely do you see that I've taken two trades a day. So if you see the dates, there are last I've taken two trades a day was October 28th, like nearly 1 month. And if you see before that, to October 23, October 22, this was all like different pair. So it is all allowed because I'm not taking the same pair. The same pair, like hardly I take two trades a day. That is very rare. I think so. Within this whole year, I have not taken any one or two, maybe two trades a day. I just try to follow one trade a day and just live with it, whatever the outcome may be. Okay, so now moving on to the second trade. Now the second trade, if you know, if you have traded this day, 20th of November, you know that we have had a nice push to the low side. The market just melted, and I got stopped out here. But many people have seen. Like, let me first explain the trade, then you can. Then I'll show you after that what has happened. If you see, the market started going, and eventually it went and took my overall take profit. Okay, so now this doesn't really, uh, what do you say? If I just put it here, I was stopped out here. This could have been the second entry, but here I have gotten everything perfectly. Just the 1 minute didn't close. So that was my main mistake. See, most likely I have two charts open here, but I don't think so that day I had to open. The 30 second I was monitoring very frequently, and that was the main mistake. So here would be the second opportunity. If you see the market came, so sell side liquidity. So if you consider this as external speed, this as the real manipulation move, then this becomes the proper displacement with a change in the state in 1 minute. Okay, so this becomes the proper change in the state. So this becomes the change in the state. Then the market comes to give the pullback inside this FVG. Then here we get the entry. Here I put the entry, stop loss above the flow, and target this high. It is as simple as that. Target this high. Oh, the 1 is to 4 4. If you want to this technical, if I would have put my stop loss here, I would have get stopped out in the single candle. So that's why I like to put my stop loss in the swing low. 1 is to 1.4 trade. So technically, this was a nice trade. Everything was correct. This A plus setup, just the 1 minute didn't give us a nice close. In 30 seconds, it did close here. So I considered that uh, nice change in the state in the 15 this 30 seconds. But once I turned in 1 minute, then the market didn't actually give the close. That was the first trade. Now second trade, if you see, the market started ranging here. Sorry, I'm not giving you the what higher time frame because I need to record the second video also, second trade which I've taken yesterday. I've taken the trade in my phone. So I need to explain that I need to make the video on that also. So going on to the next trade, we did get a macro open, we did get overall manipulation move here within the. So there are two FBG here. This is the daily FBG and also the 1 hour FBG. So here this is the daily FBG, this is the 4 hour bicep. So here until now I'm still bullish. Okay, I'm still bullish. I'm thinking we can get some sort of a manipulation move inside this 1 hour FBG and we can from here continue higher. Okay, but after this we see the market started dumping. Here, after we got so much bodied candle with the 5 minute as well, 5 minute give a nice closure below this. It technically counts as a CI because this is the black candle. So after this, I was convinced that the market will give me an entry. If you see the CIS, I had marked it here. Let's just pull the session recording. I forgot about the session recording. So I recorded the video there, video session recording 20th October. So yeah, this is the session recording. So this is the first trade. First trade, sell side liquidity got taken, everything. So this is the first trade. As the market came here, I put my stop loss to break even. Then I done the entry, journal entry. Then waited. Macro had opened right now. Macro open. Then the market started going up. See, at this point, we got a nice full-bodied candle closure to the downside. I was thinking that we can get some sort of a manipulation move here only, but this was the manipulation move I was expecting. But then the started melting down. So here, see now, I have mentioned previously as well. When I don't enter in CIS, the market CISD, then the market does comes to give back. But when I don't enter, then also it doesn't come back. So it's a very tricky situation. I don't think so you understood what I was trying to say. So here in the change in the state, the market did not come to give the pullback. You see here, the market started going. It started just going. So there was no I was waiting a little bit pullback. I can enter my stop loss some of this high, but that didn't happen. And see, as you can see, I was thinking that maybe I could have entered here. The market started dropping very nice. See here. See, now the thing that I liked about this trade is I have kept my original entry. Now I had marked this FBG and I had entered in the consequent encroachment of this point. So after this, see here I would have thought that the this two things that kept me going was the macro had started here, not started. Sorry, it ended here. If you see 9, 10, 10, the macro had ended here. So this should have given me the uh, what you say outlook of today that the we should not just keep quiet or just leave it because I've kept this 5 minute FBG and I've put my entry there only as a limit order. And the market started rejecting this and it started dumping even lower. I think so it did dump lower, I guess, or it just started rejecting this. Okay, so it did the jump lower and took then there was a I don't think the SMT was available here. So at this point, the market started giving full body trend. See, at this point, this should have been the end of the session. After we got a full bodied candle closure, we did get a manipulation move to the upside. This technically becomes a buy side trade, but with the SMT included. Okay, so as you can see here, the market came come here, then here automatically trades get entered here. Okay, then I see if I whatever side I got entered, I just placed the entry here. on the short position. You see the spot trader this part 2.177, I think something like that. 17137.37. Sorry, it was 137. So we have 0.37, 0.37. So if you see here, entry in the second entry, 13737. Okay, so you don't think that I'm just showing you bullshit and trade now. So yeah, then I placed my entry here 13737, and then the market just started, came here. Now here the market could have gone two ways. The first is overall it is rejecting this FVG, but this is happening in the lower time frame. First thing can happen is the market can just, this can be all consolidation move, trap the sellers, eventually come to do a liquidity sweep, then we can trade higher. So eventually I'm thinking that whatever happens, the market can come lower to do a eventually liquidity sweep and even maybe touch the 4-hour LVG. But that didn't happen. The market went and stopped me out, and eventually it formed an SMT and came down. Also, the market went up slowly. I was like, it was all hope and expectation. I was thinking market will come down, come down. So I think the thing that happens is while you are in profit, while the market is in your favor, you think, okay, now I need to close, now I need to close, the market will just reverse from here. But as you are in loss, you start hoping, okay, now the market will come back up. So everything we do opposite. We should hope in the profit that the market will go higher. And when you're in the loss, you should just see after this, you got a nice candle closure here. This would have been the end of the trade. This would have been end. Okay, this part. You got a nice candle closure of the consequent encroachment. So this was the overall. If you go here, 15 seconds, this has become a buy side model. Inside the 1 minute time frame, we formed low, we took that low, external liquidity, manipulation, nice change in the state, break through this 30-second IVG. So this technically inside, as I said, the market is fractal. Whatever it does in the higher time frame, it will do the same thing in the lower time frame. So everything happens exactly that, and this would have been the end of the trade. As the market closed here, this would have been closed. So everything if you see here would have closed here. I would have like not taken that much of 40 loss. Would have closed like around $20 maximum of loss. Okay, so yeah, there was the overall trade, and if you see the market just started, it formed an SMT here. It did take this high. It did take this high. We have a journal this trade, the sub journal this trade. So after it formed here, then maximum trader started entering here, and it got a nice what is the sell off. So here I could have waited high, but there was no waiting because I don't trade the 10:50 a.m. I was just waiting inside the 9:50 a.m. I could have waited for the nice opportunity since I'd already gotten two trades and I was like after this point of time, after this got taken, then market is jumping. Then you start to wonder what the fuck is going on. Market first starts rejecting 1 hour AVG. It sweeps liquidity both sides. Then it sweeps liquidity to upside. Then again comes to downside with the SMT. Then again it goes upside with the sweep the high. Then again it's time to sweep the sell side liquidity. So So, so at this point, you are wondering whether you are stuck in the same loop that you'll sweep this, you'll go up, sweep this, go up. So you are wondering what the fuck is happening. Okay, so that's why it was a bit delay. But two things which can be outlook for the next times is because if you see the body candle closure, the candles are very irrational or very not in a fixed direction. All are some are leaving big wicks, some are very small bodied candles, and eventually we sweep that. We don't manipulate it, and there is no SMT here. Then we got a nice full bodied candle closure to the downside. We haven't even taken the sell side liquidity, and we have not even slowed down. So this could give a nice opportunity to take a sell trade. This will be outlook for the next video. So here, when the market starts retracing, this point of time will be the entry because this is also CISD. You see here. The CISD in 3 minutes, nice CISD after candle closure, series of down close candle. We did get a SMT here. Then here would be a SMT entry somewhere here and the was here or here, whatever it is. You favor and the just target the overall low of the 4 hour in the consequent encroachment or even London. So as the market takes the London low, this blue high. blue low, then you can think about the next move and close profit. And this is also the previous day high. So overall, both were uh, pretty accurate, and the market just started dumping from it, and it eventually came to take the previous door low. So yeah, like we got this full move, and just captured this within like what do you say, like within 1 2 hours. This full move. That means everything here was just a low resistance liquidity, and we got nice sweep. So here, if you have would have catch nice handles. You can see here how many handles? 870 handles. That is a lot. So if you just leave the partial running and all that, that will also be very handy. So yeah, that was the first trade. Now, as you can see it in Indian Standard Time, it is 12:30. So I need to go to sleep, and tomorrow I will record the this trade which I've taken in my phone. I've not taken in the PC setup. That's why it was a bit. I was just in my bed in my home, and I've taken this trade, and it was perfectly aligned. So if you just, I'll just show the overall output of the trade I took yesterday. See, this is the trade. This is the trade. I'll explain it tomorrow morning. I'll post the video then only. Now I'll go just post this video. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Take care.